Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today, trying to get over the sour, bitter disappointment that was the Tyson Paul fight. We sit down to watch free mining camp technologies battle it out with free lumber camp technologies as FreakinAndy, playing as the Bohemians in green, gets ready to duke it out with Lewis playing as the Burmese in yellow. Now while the players herd their herdables explore their immediate and closed off surroundings, because we are on Arena today, and try to get their butts up to Feudal Age, Castle Age ASAP. Not a bad time for us to take a look at the two B-word civilizations that we are going to be watching today. Now, the Bohemians, a civilization that pushes its players towards gunpowder units by making both the chemistry upgrade and hand cannoneers available in the Castle Age, and having access to an upgrade that increases the speed of all gunpowder units. Now, before you think the Bohemians are a one-trick hand cannoneer pony, they do have two powerful, unique gunpowder units at their very disposal. The first is the Hussite Wagon. This is a very tanky, powerful siege unit, sometimes referred to as the Mobile Wall, because it can actually protect units behind it from enemy projectiles by splitting the damage of those projectiles in half. The second is the Haufnitze or Howitzer. This is an upgraded version of the Bombard Cannon with more HP, better armor, higher damage, more blast width, and a massive attack bonus against buildings. Remember, before you get too antsy in the pantsy, the cost of upgrading your Bombard Cannons to Haufnitzes, well, that costs basically more than going up to Imperial. Now, to provide backup for their expensive gunpowder units, the Bohemians do have a few cool features and directions and routes they can go. The first, if they want to go Spearman Line units, which on Arena, when light cavalry starts coming out to gather these relics, might not be a bad idea. Well, Bohemian Spearman Line units, they deal 25% more bonus damage, or you can completely evolve your monk line by researching an upgrade that replaces the entire gold cost of both monks and monk technologies with food, essentially turning Bohemian monks into food-only trash units as well as the technologies that fuel them. Now, as every player knows, gunpowder units are pretty darn expensive, so to help you pay for them, universities and blacksmiths cost less. Their mining camp technologies, as I mentioned in the beginning intro, are free of charge. Their markets work 80% faster, and their villagers can be harder to raid. Their economy can be made safer because villagers do benefit from two monk upgrades that make them move faster and have more HP. I am, of course, referring to Fervor and Sanctity. Now, speaking of free tech, speaking of pretty cool monks, let's take a look at Lewis, our Burmese in yellow, a civilization that focuses on its mounted units. Burmese battle elephants automatically come with free extra armor and can be upgraded to get even more armor. Their cavalry can be upgraded to get a powerful +4 attack bonus against archer units, and their unique unit is the Arambai. Ooh, are we heading for a bit of a conflict here? The Arambai, a ranged cavalry unit that throws darts, of all things, at its opponents with absolute horrible accuracy. But here's the thing. Any dart that misses and lands on a different unit, well, it deals 100% damage compared to the usual 50% that missed projectiles do in this game. Where was that villager going? Was he trying to help out his scout friend? Looks like both scouts, 15, 18 HP apiece. And even to support their mounted units, whether ranged or melee, especially their elephants, the Burmese also have a few cool features. Like the Bohemians, also one that applies to their infantry. Well, in this particular case, the Burmese actually get a progressive attack boost as the game goes on for all of their infantry, not just their Spearman Line units, +1 in Feudal, +2, and then a massive +3 in Imperial. Or you can also, like the Bohemians, go the route of the Spellcaster, the Monk. If you go this route, monastery techs are 50% cheaper for the Burmese. And take a look at this. If I highlight Lewis's vision, you notice something on the minimap. The Burmese start every single game knowing exactly where the relics are located out on the map. So like the Vietnamese know where their enemies are, the Burmese know where the relics are, so they can target their monk play. They can target their searches. They don't even technically have to search, although never a bad idea to discover where some extra resource patches are out on the map. Now, in order to build the infrastructure that's needed to pump out large amounts of units, overwhelm their opponents, well, in this particular case, where are you? There you are. All lumber camp technologies come free of charge. So those are the two civilizations we've got before us. I'm pretty darn excited. And let's see what the players decide to do in Arena. You generally want to see a few things. Number one, do forests form any part of the wall off? Because if so, that is basically a weak point. Although, again, not too sure what Lewis's logic was here, deleting the corner piece of that wall. Again, maybe he was trying to help Maybe he was thinking FreakinAndy wasn't paying attention and he could sneak out a villager, sneaky style, and attack the scout with a villager and a scout. But in any event, now the wall piece is gone, replaced by a much weaker house. -2 melee armor on these guys compared to 8 melee armor. Okay, Andy is heading up to Feudal. So both players, by the way, no forests forming part of their wall off. The next thing you want to see is how close are your internal resources, your guts, are to the wall off, because then all of a sudden they can be lamed by ranged units, siege, monks, trebs, all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately for FreakinAndy, his primary gold, oh, mamma mia, that is very close to the wall. Although not close for archer units, maybe for some siege and monk, but we'll see. And the last thing, the coolest part of all arena play is that everyone starts with their little base, but usually there's a few little nooks and crannies and expansions where the players can go out into. It looks like Andy has a few to the bottom right of his base, the old market blacksmith combo, so that he can rush his butt up to Castle Age. And look at that, Lewis doesn't have any. Although maybe now that he's in, or he's not in Feudal yet, in 25 seconds when he's in Feudal, he can wall off part of this, and then he'll have a bit more of an expansion here. But that's a little bit sour for our Burmese, not having any real pocket. I don't think this is even anything here. I think these trees don't even reach the wall, which means that his pocket was basically this. Not that Andy has a much bigger area of expansion, but in any event, those are the general things that I look for on Arena whenever I cast the game. If there's something I've missed, if there's something you like to focus in on, everyone starts with extra gold, extra stone outside their immediate settlement, extra gold and stone both on the same side here for Lewis, so you might want to take control of this area very quickly. And like I said, if I missed anything, if there's some factor of this map that I'm overlooking, please do let me know. 12 minutes in, both players are already heading up to the Castle Age. Andy, with his 2 villager deficit, will hit it about 50 seconds earlier. He has racked up a massive 4 whole seconds of TC idle time. So that kind of tells me he's going to hit it about 54 seconds. And Lewis says, how? Walls be damned. I don't need walls. I can just keep building them whenever the hell I want. And so now he's plopping down a barracks. Let's see what the players have built. Also, market blacksmith combo, just to get your butt up to the next age. Get that market up and running in case you need to quote unquote balance your economy. And Lewis, he's inside the base. The vision, the scouting he's going to get is fantastic. But this is pretty much a one-way trip for our Burmese. Yeah, he sees the gold. He sees the lumberjacks. At this point, you kind of have to assume that your player's resource gathering is not too dissimilar from your own. And on Arena, generally, there are 3 phases of the game. By the way, as FreakinAndy... Okay, so Andy has seen all 5 relics. Lewis, we know, has seen all 5 relics. He doesn't even need to scout. Andy hits castle first, signaling the beginning of phase 2 of the game. Phase 1, everyone rushes their butt up to Castle Age. Phase 2, once Castle Age is reached, monasteries with the Ark of the Covenant being lowered in its secret compartment start popping up all over the place, and monks start coming out. And then once the monks are out, they begin gathering or attempting to gather these relics. And once those relics are gathered, stage 2 is over. Stage 3 begins, where the players go up to Imperial, build big ol' armies, and then clash those armies against one another. And you see Lewis hits Castle Age, immediately has Bosaw for free, whereas FreakinAndy has to spend a few dollars. Or I guess Andy is Austrian, right? So I guess a few euros to afford that upgrade. 1 monk for green en route, no monks yet for yellow. But oh my goodness, okay. So Lewis, by virtue of this map, so it's not exactly a parallel mirror spawn, right? Lewis is spawning kind of the 2 o'clock position. There's no 8 o'clock position. Andy's spawning at 6 o'clock. So Lewis is making use of this very narrow attack area to go what? Smush? A Burmese smush? Okay. Now here's the cool thing about the Burmese. So redemption normally would be 475 gold. For them, 238. FreakinAndy also. There you go. 475 full price. So not only are their monks able to target, like laser focused target, getting the relics, they also only pay half the price. By the way, did Lewis delete his scout? Because I don't see Andy having a kill, and I don't see Lewis having a scout. Oh, the monk inserts himself in there. Well, whether it was deleted or not, it looks like Capture H tells us that that was the first kill here, as these scouts with their, what, +6 attack bonus against monks. Do gun that one monk down. And by the way, now we're in Feudal Age, pardon me, Castle Age, so these spearmen will come with a free +2 attack. I love seeing these Civ features and bonuses in action. Andy corners the monk, draws first blood, and now the Burmese smush is underway. It looks like Lewis is going to collect a second relic. There seems to be a third relic somewhere out on the map being returned somewhere. There it is, being returned home. Andy, very cool and confident right now, not mining stone. One of the defenses against this kind of push is to just build a big old castle. But for now, he's adding another monastery. He's got 11 villagers, 12 villagers on gold. Both of them actually have a good number of villagers on gold. Lewis has penetrated. He's busted his way in, and in come the monks. Atonement. Are we going to have a monk off? Sure. Atonement is the monk technology that allows you to convert other monks. Otherwise, you cannot convert other monks. And by the way, I'll show in a second, once these villagers either run away or get converted, these are two pretty fantastic monk lines. I mean, I think the only thing the Burmese are missing, which kind of sucks for them because they're an elephant civ, is heresy, I think. Yeah, heresy is missing. So if their units get converted, they become FreakinAndys. They do not die. Whereas FreakinAndy, I believe, has all of the upgrades available to him, which is pretty damn cool. And remember, if we hit Imperial, he can research Hussite reforms. There it is, which will turn all of his monks and monk techs into food-only costing things, technologies, units. So, one siege unit working away at this monastery, one siege unit working away at this monastery. It will fall. Relics are 3-2 in favor of our yellow Burmese. And what is Andy doing now? He's got 13 villagers on stone. Oh, and look at this. Fervor, redemption, devotion. Our Burmese is spending his gold on monks and monk techs. He's going up to 12 monks. The monastery will fall. With it, 1/2 of the Bohemians' relic count. And here we go. Here we go. Both players have researched atonement. Andy gets 2 conversions, but will they make it to the TC before they get reconverted? Yay, do! 2 free monks. Now, the monks themselves are not half price. Remember, just the monk techs are half price. And so I apologize. I did not see atonement. Both of them have atonement and devotion. I love that fervor is getting got as well. I mean, this is just going to be awesome. Sanctity for our yellow monks. Now, I know Monk v Monk is not perhaps the most popular of plays, but you know what? When it happens, it has the potential to be absolutely beautiful. There was a game with Doubt where he was playing, I believe, against Running on Arena, and he just lost his entire army. He built an army of monks. His opponent got heresy, and every time Doubt converted, instead of gobbling up the units and making them his own, those units ended up dying, which cost him the game. Mangonel's under attack to the right. Ram may or may not be under attack to the left here. Remember, Rams, yeah, the monks have to get up close and personal with them. Tell me, okay, he's also got 45 HP. Oh, this Mangonel is getting a good number of kills here. That villager got converted, so he went from attacking the Mangonel to repairing it. Okay, just like that, blink of an eye, change of heart. All 3 monasteries, though, for FreakinAndy are down. Wait, pardon me, I shouldn't say that. I'm an idiot. 2 are still here. A 3rd is being built, as is a castle. I was going to say all his monasteries are down. How is he training 10 monks at a time? Well, that's because I just need to pan the camera down a little bit, don't I? Castle, kind of abandoned at 30%. Oh, you don't need to convert the mill. Forget the mill, go after the villagers. 3 battering rams are closing in. If they were Cuban, he'd have capped rams. How the hell did the villager survive a face first set of rocks? I have no idea how that villager survived. Oh yeah, my apologies, I do. They're Bohemian. They get fervor and sanctity. Remember, they move faster, they have more HP. Face to face, the monks are attacking one another. And now Lewis getting caught trying to pull a Mr. Yo, tiefing a relic in the middle of a battle, and the castle is up. Oh no, Yellow, get the hell out of here with your slow-moving monks. Yellow, get the hell out of here. Oh, this is going to be such a slaughter. The Mangonel dies, but not before taking out a few villagers. And holy moly, if you needed more proof of that Bohemian fervor and sanctity amazingly applying to villagers, I guess it means they can take a mangonel shot to the face and live to tell the tale. By the way, the castle I think went up with like 300 or 400 HP. It's now up to 600. If only Lewis had one more battering ram, maybe the castle would have fallen. But holy moly, what an epic hold out of freaking Andy. And I think this is the last unit Lewis has here. He's got one military unit. It's a monk. I'm not too sure where it is on the map. Let's click it. Oh no, sorry, it's within the murder hole radius. Okay. Dies anyway, and now Lewis has no more forward monks. That being said, our Bohemians got 14 monks. He's training Hafnitsa. He's getting his economy back up and running. The siege workshop is up. What, or rather going up. What an epic hold out of Andy, and with 3 battering rams, it really looked like that push was going to crush that castle. He would have lost all of the stone had he not canceled it, and then it would probably be in GG. But Andy holding and now pressing out with his monks. Let's see who gets the conversion here. Okay, 1 apiece. Sniper lines. I mean, look at this. It's like a trigonometry class, a geometry class in high school. Lines and shapes and yellow and green markers. What the hell happened to that guy? I feel like Lewis just deleted that guy. Okay, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. He just kind of died there. Way too slow to walk back, and now come the Hussite wagons. What is our yellow Burmese going to do in response to this? He is going cavalry, baby. No fewer than 4 stables. So this one barracks that he built inexplicably outside using the wall off is proving to be quite prescient now that he's going for 4 stables, which, by the way, Andy has no clue of. What he has a clue of is this castle, which is denied at 8%. There is no way these villagers are going to be able to complete it with these monks breathing down their neck. 9 range for them, meaning that there is no construction force on earth that is going to survive going to work that day. Although it looks like a monk popped out and converted a Hussite wagon. There you are. Sometimes with the shadow, the way it works, much harder to see. Another Hussite wagon gets converted. And what's it going? It's going after the monks, but the monks are being healed. Oh, it looks like Lewis was trying to use the general chaos that was happening in the center of the map to push forward with more villagers. 9 monks are here, though. Full faith on 8 of them. And down goes the monastery. Andy is basically converting every single building he can. He is defing 1, 2, 3 relics. That is absolutely epic out of him. Denying the castle. What the hell? Deletes the barracks. Of course he does. This is just basically a free entry into the base. You convert it. It's yours. You can do what you want with it. Delete it. Glam it up. Whatever the heck. And now his siege, fresh off the high of destroying those monasteries, is going to move in to destroy the castle, which probably won't take very long with no villagers able to repair it. HP is already down 400. 43% completion, which means if Lewis cancels, he gets 57% back. But wait a second. There's a body of light cav here. Oh, the Hussite wagons tried to block, but the light cav closed. They need 3 wackadoos to kill a monk. But look how many of them are getting converted. What is happening here? This is such a nail-biting game. And he survives. Andy survives. Not only survives, but thrives with 4 light cavalry now inserting themselves into this base, wanting to get a peek, a poke to see what's going on. And Lewis again deletes his walls, giving Andy a nice little escape path. And now they're going to try to close on these monks, these villagers yet again. But Andy too quick with the micro. Viper level quickness here denies it. Castle canceled, castle replaced. These monks have to get out of here. They have to move forward. I can't believe we're still in the castle age. 1 minute away from Imperial is our Bohemian. Lewis does not have the resources for Imperial unless he's already queued it up. Now, unlike Andy, Lewis has not walled in his villagers, so they are going to get distracted, and tired of living. Wow. I mean, there were just a few nail-biting moments here. The construction of the castle. I want to go back and see how much HP it was it finished with, because I feel like it was pretty in the hundreds, not in the thousands. That was nail-biting moment number 1. Then there was nail-biting moment number 2 with this attack of the light cab. I want to see that again. And then nail-biting moment number 3 where Andy was getting his castle up and Lewis was just trying to find a way to poke and prod and get his ass in here, much like ultimately ended up happening to him. And there you go. Monk v Monk can be, even though the game is fairly short and relatively short for an arena game. Oh my God. Kill count not that high, 42 to 25, 5 to 3 villager kills. Sorry, Burmese did end up killing a few more villagers of his opponent, but it's okay. Give it another second, and that kill count will even up, and then Andy will surpass it. But I want to see, number 1, how many monks were trained, and number 2, how many conversions were got, and then I want to see all 3 of those. Not all 3. This one, not so much. The first and second nail-biting moment, I want to see what the hell happened there. 37 monks to 39 scouts to light cav, Hafnitzas to spearmen, peak APM beginning, peak APM. Okay, so both players frantically queuing up their build orders in the beginning of the game. Economically, yeah, about 10% apart, not that crazy. Our Burmese does get more relic gold, even though at the end of the day, I think Lewis ended up with 0 relics and Andy ended up with all 5. But I guess he had those 3 relics of his for a lot longer. And here we go. What do we think the conversions were? It's got to be in the 20s for both players. Maybe not. Maybe 10 to 20. That's such a broad bullshit answer. No, it was in the 20s. Okay, Andy converts 23. Lewis converts 21. So Andy, in addition... Actually, wait a second. Andy trained 2 fewer, but converted 2 more. I'll leave the brainier people to decide how that ultimately all shaped up. I feel like that's a 4-unit swing. So Andy would have been at 39, and Lewis would have been at 37. But Lewis, no slouch, 21 conversions to 23. What a fun game. Raising 6 to 5, not really playing a role. Kill count not that high. I want to see those 2 moments. I don't remember exactly when they were, of course, says the professional caster. And here we go. This is when he's... Okay, we're gonna keep an eye on the HP. It's 500, 600, 700. I'm gonna hit the pause button the second this castle completes. I want to see how much HP it completed with. I mean, first of all, I love this. I love that Lewis was trying to teef a relic, Mr. Yo style, in the middle of all of this. Does get got, though. I mean, can we give a pat on the back, a shout out to the Bohemian villager who benefits from fervor and sanctity? Look at that movement speed. Look at the HP. That 15 HP, because look at it. It's she got a mangonel shot to the face, and it took her down to 14 HP. If she didn't have the 15 extra HP, she would be dead meat. So kudos to the Bohemians, and kudos to FreakinAndy, by the way, for realizing that and continuing to send his villagers there. Okay, it's up with 300 HP. Oh, that is so sour for Lewis. That is so sour for Lewis, and he's got 3 battering rams here. But look at this. One is not attacking. One looks like it's kind of not attacking as well. They look like they're moving. Yeah, they're moving. Why are they moving away from the castle? If they each attacked just once, look at the attack bonus, plus 150. That's 450 attack bonus. But they're busy. Light cavalry units, scouts are attacking, villagers are attacking, monks are converting. What an absolute chaotic scene that you best believe is going to be turned into a short at some point. But getting a castle up with basically... Oh my God. 317 HP. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing. And then let's see what happened here. Like I said, this is a game, I think the thumbnail is just going to say nail biter. And that's it. No other explanation. I'm just going to put a picture of a tree. I'm going to call it nail biter. What a ridiculous game. Okay, so what are we working with here? We've got 7 light cavalry, and remember, their attack bonus is now plus 10 against monks. They do 8, so 18 damage to this unit. Not exactly a Bengali monk with extra armor. 18 damage means they need 3 whacks of the sword to kill. So 7 light cav, 12 monks. I'm going to get rid of the Hafnitzas because he was not going after those Hafnitzas. They already have 15 conversions, so let's see what the hell happens here at the end of the day. I love that they're trying to block. Look at this. Look at this. Literally threading the eye of the needle is Lewis. Fantastic micro out of him. Absolutely great. Abusing that gap between the Hussite wagons, which ultimately does close, leaving 3 of those scouts out in the rain. Okay, 1 monk down. 2 light cap converted already. 3, 4. Ooh, one more whack. So close. Oh, and at the end of Havnitsa, I think, got those 2 kills. So at the end of the battle, 12 monks have become 5. So 7 monks have died, but he got 4 light cavalry for them. Actually, no, he got 7 conversions, right? It started at 15, if I'm not mistaken. So he got 7 conversions. I guess a number of those light cavalry units. I'm a little confused here. Oh no, my apologies. I'm an idiot. That's conversion and kill count. So total conversions is 19. So he did only get 4 conversions. Okay. The other player, Lewis, lost 7 light cavalry units. But I think Lewis took the better engagement there. He lost 7 light cavalry units, which is just a bunch of food. He got 7 monks. Ooh, but he lost 4 to conversions. I mean, still 7 monks is 700 gold. Who's kidding who? That's not when your opponent is pressing into you and taking map control and starting to suck up the resources that are out on the map. Demolishing 700 of their gold count, especially when it's in a forward monk position, is not bad at all. And did the castle die? Did the castle just no, it was canceled. He's got 712 stone. There's no way that castle wasn't canceled. Or maybe it was. Oh my god, the castle was canceled. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. The castle fell. He's got 673 stone. The castle's at 289. 1 attack. And now he's still at 673 stone. Lewis lost 650 stone. Oh my god. That is sour. Now he does have, as we saw, more stone to place the castle here, but I mean, there's just so much happening in this game. I'm having a difficult time just concentrating on one thing, let alone 10 different things. But the castle going up here, the castle falling over here, the amazing conversions over here, and then ultimately the saving of the villagers and the monks here mean that freaking Andy just happened to out macro his opponent in this game, and with the extra conversions keeping his army safe. But most importantly, who's kidding who? This beautiful Bohemian castle. If this had not gone up, there would still be a huge number of siege units here. Monks, halberdiers, spearmen, and maybe even a few converted units as well. And the pressure would still be mounting and moving forward. This would still be open. And wow, one castle by the skin of its teeth, 317 HP is all that stood between freaking Andy and tapping out. But the castle goes up. The castle is repaired immediately. It starts shelling away at all the monks and the siege units. He pushes out. He saves 5. I mean, 5 out of 12 ain't bad. How many of us would have lost all of our monks? I mean, maybe Survivalist could have saved more. I know Survivalist is such a monk micro god, but this is also super sour. Losing your castle. I thought he was maybe canceled. He would have at least got, I mean, what was it? A 43%, 57% of his stone back. As well, like around 400 stone, but no, it just got took. It got deleted. And so one mishap after another, one domino falling to shit after another means Lewis just cannot compete anymore. He taps out, he lives to fight another day, and it is freaking Andy with the castle, with the hold, and then with the other hold and the destruction of the castle. Way too much nail biting in this game. My nails are gonna look horrible after this. It is freaking Andy who takes the W, but GG to both players.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.